them are more than pals.
Our show can be a little gay,
But if you're not,
that's okay.
you can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like dirty things. Dirty things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. My name's Kat.
How'd it go? Wendy. I'm Wendy. This is Tara.
Guys, we have a huge episode. There's so much to catch up on. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. That's all you need to know. Hey, listen, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Nothing's been going on. Where have you been? It's been a minute. You were gone.
It's been
Tara
a long
was gone.
minute. Then you
I was
left.
gone. My goodness.
It's been a crazy summer.
You've been on a very long road trip.
I was on a very long road trip.
Many miles.
Many miles. We put some more miles on good old Slow White.
What's up to now?
I think we're coming up on like 71,000 miles. We started around 63. So do the math because I can't.
I'm out.
But we've had it for a year. We actually celebrated Slow White's birthday on the road, which was nice.
What'd you get her?
A full tank of gas.
All right.
And a dirty windshield. But let's save that because you guys did some stuff. A couple things. I did some stuff. Why don't we first start with our intro, and then we'll get into our snopping this month in snopping.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Sure. Let's not talk about ourselves. Let's talk about celebrities who were born.
That's why people are here, you know?
Well, this will tie in later to our show. In a sad way. On August 21st. Well, it's not like they're not dead. I mean, it's just sad. Carrie Ann Moss was born.
Oh.
Oh no.
Carrie Ann Moss was in the Acolyte.
She sure
for one
was.
season, and
Boy.
that's gonna be
Past
that's
tense.
gonna be it. We'll get to that.
Well, I'm going to say she's 54.
Ooh. Oh, you're really good at this, Tara. I'm going to say 54.
Oh.
You're just gonna repeat. You're just gonna cheat off first worksheet.
Yep.
You're both wrong. It's gonna be 57.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't have guessed that. So
No, okay.
I'm already
Nice.
ahead.
She was the seasoned Jedi. She
Yeah,
was.
but she didn't look 57.
No.
She looked great.
Well,
Oh well.
I wish I could have seen Moria in that show.
Yeah.
On August 22nd, very, very, very funny woman, Kristen Wiig.
Oh yes.
I love her dramatic work as well as her comedic work.
Okay. I'm going to say she is 52.
I was gonna say 51 before you said 52. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cat.
Sure.
Pat,
Please tell me.
stick with it. Are you sticking with 51?
I am now.
51!
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't want you to go against your gut.
I appreciate you.
You go, Kristen Wiig. One of our Tara and I favorite Kristen Wiig moments was when she did interpretive dance on the Grammys. Was it the Grammys?
I think it was the Grammys.
1, 2,
to
3,
see
1, 2, 3, drink. Yeah, and she
Yeah.
did Kristen
Is
Wiig
it
did an interpretive
Chandelier?
dance.
If
Chandelier.
you haven't seen Kristen Wiig's performance, interpretive dance performance to Chandelier by Sia at the Grammys, you're freaking missing out.
That's amazing.
Tara and I were watching that, and we're like, wait.
They kept
Kristen
like
Wiig?
promoting it every commercial.
Yeah.
And we're like, we got to see this interpretive dance
We thought it was going to be
by
comedic.
Kristen
Because
Wiig.
she's funny.
Yeah.
But it was sincere and really good. So
It was
I still think
sincere?
about that.
It was
I
sincere
mean, it was-
and really
yes.
good.
Okay.
It was moving. I was expecting a
was.
comedy, and I
Wow.
was like tearing
Okay.
up.
I guess everybody
Yeah.
should,
Like,
should
this is beautiful.
pause the pod, go Google
Okay.
that,
She's a woman of many talents.
and welcome back.
It was
I
really
gotta see
cool.
this.
Just the whole setup, the whole direction of it. It was just like
Wow.
the set was like one big it was kind of like a house or something. She goes like room to room. She's dancing. It's cool.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I
my
think
goodness.
everyone was kind of watching it like, what
What's happening?
I don't. Wow. Okay.
She's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll check it
So
out.
fascinated by that whole thing. Last but definitely not least, Tara, I know this is one you're a big fan of. On August 25th, Blake Lively.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. Her and Ryan are
Power couple.
Who's her husband?
Instagram.
Ryan who? Because you hardly ever hear anything about him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not. He hasn't been in the news lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 37.
Oh. Wow. Okay. I'm going 41.
Sorry, I had to do math. 37, I believe, is right. She was born in
Yes! Damn it.
1987.
Yep, I know she was about 3 years younger than me.
My
37.
goodness.
I can't believe I think she's 41.
I don't
I'm
know.
shocked.
I mean, listen, I'm not.
She
good at
does
this
have
game.
like different fashion sense, so she kind of dresses up sometimes.
You got
It
one,
dresses down,
Kat.
you know.
Good job.
I'll take it. I'll ride that for a while.
Hey, take what you can get in this game.
Well, speaking of riding things, so yeah, I went on a van trip.
Okay.
You weren't sure where I was going.
No.
It was great. My wife Leah and I. You know Leah, right? She's my
Who?
wife.
Yes, your wife.
Leah?
We're married.
Have we
together.
met her?
Yes. Mm,
You
I've
have.
never heard you speak of her before.
No,
Have you-
You've met many times.
You've wed her? Is that
We're wed.
okay? That Leah. Okay.
And she got a gig. God bless her. And
Did you marry her because her name's Leah, like princess?
Listen, I did not.
Ooh, good
marry her
Was that
question.
part
because
of
her name
it?
was like-
I just thought of that.
No,
Did
but
that
you know what?
seal the deal?
I mean,
No.
technically it's Leia, but still, you're like, ooh.
Well, you know what she told me, and to some people she is Leia. Some friends call her Leia because her
That's
Hebrew
what I'm
name
saying.
is Leia Chava. But
Okay.
she told me when she found out I was a huge Princess Leia fan, she's like, "Yeah, you can never call me Leia." I'm like, "Damn it!"
Not even
So you
when
don't,
you're
like,
wearing the
make-
hair. or-
Yeah. So you don't make her call you Han. Do like
Listen, I mean, I'm working on her. Maybe
You're tall, you got dark hair. It's the perfect.
I mean, I kind of do have the Han haircut right now.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I'm working on her. Maybe you guys can help me out with this.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Anyway, we had a great trip. We wanted to travel together before she started work, and so we crammed this road trip into the time that we had, and it was amazing. I saw a whale for the first time.
Whoa!
We
Like
went-
driving, you saw a whale? Where was it?
No, we were in.
Was it being transported in a giant tank on the road next to you?
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Wow.
No. We went to Vancouver Island, which is, as you guys know, off the coast of British Columbia in Canada, and incredible wildlife. We went on a whale tour, actually 2 whale tours. The first one was a bust, but the second one we saw a humpback whale, and it was wonderful and incredible experience. It's a beautiful part of Canada and the world, really, but it was great. We had a good time together. We saw family, we saw friends, and, not to bring us down, but August is kind of a tough month for me because it's actually the year anniversary that we said goodbye to Cooper and we lost my mom. So it was kind of nice to be out in the world and making new memories while, also remembering my mom and our little Coop. So it meant a lot to me that I could take off for a couple weeks and that you guys didn't just hold down the fort. You fucking killed it at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm so proud of you guys. I told you this off mic. I texted it to you. But I'm so proud of you guys. You guys did amazing. You handled it perfectly. It was very professional. You didn't...
Was it? I don't know
Yeah,
I
about
can
that.
guarantee you,
It was-
Tara and I are nothing if not
professional.
ultimately professional in every
It-
instance.
It was as professional as you need to be for an ERP related thing.
There we go.
Listen,
It's as professional as we can get.
it was great. I'm so proud. Of course, I would have loved to have been there, but to be able to follow along from the wilds of Canada while watching and listening to you guys do it. I'm so proud. You guys did a great job. And I should take off more often, I think, is what what we're learning. And shout out to Ann Hicks-Bleeker. So supportive. Was a great third member of the pod down in San Diego. So yeah, love her. She's the best. And yeah, I'm so proud of you guys. You guys killed it.
Thanks,
Thank
Kat.
you. It was terrifying.
But I will say you didn't mention me once at all in any of those questions.
Off mic, I think I said something like, "Hey, Kat says hi," or
Fine. I do have a few notes. So in the first video, it was Mel and Tim. I loved the cat hair on the microphone.
that was mine. It's my mic.
Like that is a snot mic if I've ever seen it.
You can see it right now.
I love that you were called thirsty perverts. That's incredible from Emily. And I love the question out the gate, lesbian bed death. Sorry. Yeah. Incredible. I mean, that is again, you made me very proud. And then I loved listening back to the pod of you guys talking about it and Anne's panic when Wendy brought up clickbait and she thought for sure you were going to ask the semen question.
I can't believe she thought I was really going to ask.
Slap the mic away from you. It's so funny. But no, you guys did a great job. I'm so proud of you. It was really
a good time.
It was great. You got some great answers.
Yeah, it went very well.
Interesting experience, the press room.
Yeah, definitely need to be there next time. So
yeah, let's make that happen again. And thank you to the mysterious behind the scenes people who helped us make that happen.
Yeah, yes.
Shout out to them.
All right. Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you back,
guys.
Very glad.
It's so good to be back. I missed you guys. I missed hanging out with my friends.
I missed you. I miss all of y'all. We need to do this in person soon. It's been too long.
We do.
Now, we are going to poll the audience here on Twitter because we were planning on doing a breakdown of the ERP trailer, a very detailed breakdown like we did with the teaser trailer for Winona Earp Vengeance. However, I went out of town. This is Tara. I went to Florida, had to help my mom come home from the hospital. Thank you, everyone, for being very supportive. She's doing better now. But so I was gone, and then Wendy was gone, going back to Texas. And so just didn't work out. Now, our question is, would you still like us to go back and do a thorough deep dive into the Winona Earp trailer? Or have you already listened to all of the podcasts you could ever want to listen to about that? I don't know. But or have you watched it so many times you just can't watch it anymore? So we'll put a poll up on Twitter. Let us know if you'd like us to dedicate a large chunk of time to that. Okay.
Yeah, please. And listen, since this has turned into a mini purgatory segment, we haven't talked about, Tara, you and I are going to be moderating at Herbtopia in October.
Yes.
That's amazing.
At the convention in Calgary.
That's kind of a big deal. And Wendy will make an appearance. That's all I will say.
I'll be there.
That's all I will say. But yeah, it's pretty exciting, Tara. What are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling it's all I could think about when I was in Florida. I was like, oh my God, I gotta start. You gotta do a lot of prep for these things. So hey, if any of y'all have any questions you'd like us to ask, also write us. You can email us at shenerdsout@gmail.com. That's probably the best way. Easy. We'll make sure to see it there. Email us any questions you might want us to ask. Now, we're not sure yet if Vengeance will be out or not by then. So,
boy, we're hoping it is.
Boy, we are. No idea. But I was like in a panic in Florida because I was like, oh my God. I'm literally putting together like a toilet rails for my installing like things around the house. So I'm like, okay, I gotta when am I gonna go back do a rewatch? I gotta do a rewatch, get some good questions. I gotta watch some other interviews because you gotta do a lot of prep for it, you do. And it's like
it's not nothing, I'll tell you that. It's not nothing.
And you gotta start early.
Yeah,
So-
and it's not early anymore. So
No, thanks, Kat. Thank you.
I'm right there with
Thank you.
Trust me, I'm right
I mean,
there
luckily
with
it's
ya.
a show I've seen, obviously,
Yes.
at least twice through, right?
And
but
you've spoken to the cast and the
Yes.
showrunner.
But we each have different panels, so it's kind of honing in on what your topics are going to be,
Totally.
that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very
I am too.
excited.
It's
How
gonna
about
be a
you?
blast. Oh,
what
I'm
are
so
your
excited.
thoughts?
Listen. This is like.
Okay, so no panicking.
Oh,
That's just
no. I mean, to be fair, I am on anxiety meds,
oh yeah.
so I'm not
Nice.
as freaked out as I normally am.
Okay.
But no, I've started prepping. I have some stuff planned. But this is a team here, Tara. So happy
Okay.
to
Yes.
to help out with whatever you need.
I'm definitely now to a point where I've caught up on some of my life stuff, so I'm gonna be able to work on that this week, next week. So
No, it's gonna
I'll be reaching out. And again, anybody out there, anybody got some questions? You want the possibility of them being asked? Email us at shenerds@gmail.com.
That's right. Because again, that's Herbtopia, October 3rd through the 6th in Calgary. There's tickets still available. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a huge guest list. It's really incredible. Some first timers, people who haven't been to conventions before. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Wendy will be there. It's the first time that Snop will be in full effect at an out of town convention.
Yeah, that's right.
This is going to be so much fun. We're going to have a blast. Yeah.
If you have any tips on how to get easily from Calgary to Banff, let me know. Trying to figure out that. Like to see Banff.
Yeah, we have to figure some stuff out.
Don't know how that's going to work yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're sharing a room. That's going to be insane. It's going to be the party room.
Sleepover, slumber party.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we should
Jammy
host...
jams. What jammy jams are y'all bringing?
Wow. Is it going to be cold there? Nice flannel sleep pant, perhaps.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they get snow in October in some,
Can-
years.
Can we adjust our Snop merch shop, and make Snop pajamas?
Ooh. Wendy.
And then throw a pajama
I don't know
party
that
in our
that's
room.
a possibility.
Admittance, you have to have the Snop pajamas on. Or some kind of Snop. But
I like it. Okay.
Well, look, I'm pretty sure
I'll
I
check
saw
it
a lot
out,
of options that you could.
Yeah, they must have PJs, right?
This is the average high in October is 54. Yes.
Wendy's so happy.
Yep.
It was.
Flannel's going to be flowing in the streets.
I can't wait.
So much
It was
flannel.
106 when I was there in Texas yesterday.
Yeah, it's 100 out here right now.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not much cooler here.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. The fall leaves will be turning. It's going to be a beautiful time in Calgary.
One could say it's going to be the Snop's pajamas. That's what it'll be.
One could say that.
Okay. Exciting. Speaking of cats.
Oh,
except I didn't say instead in lieu of cat's pajamas. See what I did there?
Good segue.
Wendy and I did a thing.
Oh.
We went to one of the most prestigious conventions in the world. I think it's worldwide. CatCon.
Oh,
now
yes.
it was not a convention dedicated to you, Kat. It was
Sorry.
the feline
Still working
variety.
on that. Okay.
Yeah. So that it was my first CatCon. I've heard about it. I have never been. Wendy goes every year.
Nice.
So this year, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. And so I went. There were a lot of cats.
Good.
A lot of merch. I bought a lot of stuff with cats on them or cat things.
Makes sense.
Or things that aren't cats, but the proceeds are being donated to cats.
Like this hat I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Helps a cat rescue.
Cute hat.
Yeah, like pretty much anything. There's a lot of litter for sale. Litter
There was a lot
vendors.
of litter.
Big
Really?
litter was
Fancy
there.
litter.
Big
Fancy litter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, more boutique litter.
Like,
Not, and tiny cats wasn't there.
explain-
But like,
litter.
Explain boutique litter to me.
well,
Soy?
tiny cats would be big litter, right? Like big,
Sure.
like
Yeah, tiny
the
cat.
Corporate
giant.
litter.
Yeah.
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 Right. But yeah, so I don't even remember what there were
Well, there
probably
were a lot
10
of-
different ones.
They had I feel like there was another big litter type of thing, like Arm& Hammer. But they have a lot where they make them out of different ingredients, like soy or
Tofu. Wasn't tofu
tofu.
one?
There was tofu. That was it. There's
Yeah.
just different products,
Okay.
cedar, whatever the fancy litter. Like this is better for your cats. And they don't
Organic,
track it as
plant-based.
organic kind of litter as opposed to the clay clumping. And there were a lot. There were several litter vendors.
Okay.
I'm upset because I did not get my free cat neck pillow gift because they had run out by the time I got to that litter booth.
News you lose.
Everyone, I walked around, everyone had one. And I was like, oh my God, where are you getting in? And by the time I got over there,
Somebody got there a little
very
late, didn't they?
upset. Very upset.
Wendy, did you get one?
Of course I did. So
I had to stand
friend
in
and I-
line for an hour in the blazing sun.
No.
And I got there
That's why.
like 30 minutes after it opened.
Wow. That's a huge.
And
And
mean,
I
it's a
waited. No, I did. And then by the time I got in, it was almost noon.
Here's the thing now. It's
Wow.
what's crazy is CatCon. So they even expanded it a whole extra room this year. But we got my friend and I got there probably an hour before it opened. And we were way back around the block, just past the corner in line. The nice thing they did, which I thought it would be better for Tara, when she got there, they went through and did everybody's tickets. They gave you their bags. You put the wristband on. So once the doors opened,
You're good.
you had a little security and then you just walked on in.
Okay.
But after that initial rush, then, Tara still had to stand in a long line in the sun. We got in there fairly quickly, and it was just, you can meet celebrity cats. You can meet celebrity cat people. You can buy, I go crazy and start buying, like, oh, there's a nice person that wrote a sweet book. I'll buy it.
Oh, I bought 2 books. Yep.
Books. There's a lot of dealers that are like pins, stickers, keychain, like they're all sort of whatever. But I like the ones. I usually a sucker for cat art. I only bought one thing this year.
Sure.
There's some vendors that I see all the time that I'll go buy. They have kitten adopt, like 500 or something kittens got adopted, or 100, 200. I don't even remember. I was talking to it was a lot of kittens. Got adopted. So that's good. Every time a kitten gets adopted, they ring a bell.
I love that.
They have speakers. They had marionettes, little shows.
They had marionettes. Tara, were you okay? That's a puppet.
I wanted to see him, but I couldn't see him because I was in line waiting to meet Calvin the cat. He wore a cowboy hat.
Meet and greet.
So when
He's so cute.
when you meet a cat,
Uh-huh.
How does that go generally? Like,
So
do you get to pick it up?
No, you just go. There was a little couch. You go
Stand
sit by
by
him, and you just pet him a little bit. And they'll tell you like, don't pet his booty or you
Right,
just pet him on the head, whatever.
Yeah,
how
what
to
he
treat him.
likes. Yeah.
And then you pet him for a second. And they take picture. You look at and smile, and then you say, "Nice to meet you, Calvin. You're very sweet," and then you leave.
Wow.
And sometimes you give you a little gift on your way out.
Have you ever been attacked by a cat, or have you ever seen a
No,
cat
we
get
don't do that.
feisty,
Yeah, and he swipes.
or just kind of be
No.
over it? Just
They're
be
all
like,
very
"Nah."
gentle.
Like one of these, like ba 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 ba.
No. These are celebrity cats. They go on tours.
Oh,
they're
so like
used to this.
they're
They're
like-
used to this.
But some of them are like
medicated? Is
rescue.
what you're
They're
saying?
celebrities, but they're
Yeah.
rescue cats.
They are, but they've got the
Not like they
temperament
grew
to
up in
handle
the
it.
spotlight.
No, but they've learned to adjust. Yeah, so it
You
was
think
a
they're
long-
on some kitty calm down?
I mean, I'm
Maybe.
saying
There's
little,
a product
Maybe.
actually
A
called
little-
Kitty Calm Down.
They got to
and
meet
it's
a lot
like
of people. But it's funny.
Yeah.
Everyone defers to the cat. Like, oh, if the cat's upset, oh, like we understand. You see a cat in a backpack or something walking to somewhere, and people
Yeah.
taking pictures of the cat.
Yeah, of
And
course.
there were even the Australian firefighters
Oh,
make appearances because they do a calendar with kittens,
So
and so they
smart.
were there to sell
Yeah,
calendars and
'cause-
sign them. They were nice, cute Australian firefighters.
They were very
cool.
handsome. Calamity
Very.
Jane. I saw
Oh, I
Calamity
saw
Jane there from Winona Earp.
I
She got her
saw that.
picture taken with the
Yeah.
Australian. She was very into them. She
I'm
was
sure.
being the borderline inappropriate, I would say with them.
A little feisty.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's living her best life.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
there just
Calamity
walking
Jane.
around.
Amazing.
So can't prove me wrong. You weren't there. So.
Prove me wrong. I mean, next year, I think we should go. I think we interview cats. Can we make this a bit? Because I missed San Diego Comic Con. Can
Look.
we
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
do?
I'll be
Cat
there.
Con?
It's up to you.
Okay, here's the thing. So like Wendy said,
Yeah.
one of my takeaways from CatCon. Now, mind you, I probably still spent about $200 in merch there. Again, I got like 2 books, probably.
Tara.
You know, I know.
Cat, I spent way more than that.
So, just that being said, my takeaway as a person, I love WonderCon because there's more, and I love going to fairs or festivals where there are more handcrafted things, right?
Yes.
And there was a lot of art, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then that art was put onto a lot of stickers and pins, which is great and fine. But there are a lot of booths that just had stickers and pins.
I see.
It all runs together.
It all runs together. And then it might be like a different special cat that's now big, but it's all, then you get some little art, stickers, and pins.
Okay.
So there's so many stickers and pins I could buy, even if it was like something really cool looking. I wish they would have painted it on something wood and I could buy that. You know, it was just kind of felt a little manufactured in that way. There were a few. Now, where I spent my money was those few booths that were more like handmade. And again,
artisan.
Someone did draw the art that then went on a million stickers and pins.
Yeah, but
it's kind of like, so I compiled an enormous list. So next year, if there is room for if they're still accepting vendor applications, I will be there. With my art that I will make of all the things I noted that, man, I wish they had that. Man, I wish that. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying these are variations of some things I've made for something in the past.
I love this.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't want to say it. I don't want anybody to rip off my idea.
Yeah, don't.
But, things I've done for
other
holiday stuff or, like things I'm in my house. I'm like, man, I wish I had that, but stick a freaking cat on it. I'd buy it. Stick a freaking, like some practical things or just some like little cool little things around more home goods. That's what I wish they had. A home good or some kind of art they can put on the wall that's not just a picture to be framed.
Sure.
Put it on some other kind of medium.
Really what I'm hearing is that maybe Snop should get a table and you could be selling stuff and we could be talking to people. I feel like cat owners are a huge demographic we should be going after.
Yeah. Oh, also I'll say, I agree. Mm-hmm. To that point, I was very disappointed in the lack of Cat Ladies for Kamala stuff.
I was going to ask, was there any fun shirts?
There was one I got one tiny sticker, again, a sticker, because that's all I could find, that said Cat Ladies for Kamala. And I bought it because that's all I saw. There was one booth that had kind of like some big printed posters that weren't really anything that special, that had a bunch of like Kamala, go Kamala, whatever. But it was just mere weeks after. And I thought, I know it's hard to kind of put stuff together once you've probably ordered all your stuff, but
but it's
my
doable.
God, paint the words Cat Ladies for Kamala on a piece of wood. I probably would have bought it at that point.
Someone could have really capitalized
with like a cute little picture outline of a cat. Like, that's all it takes.
In like a pantsuit.
Print some garden flags, print some, that say Cat Lady, or some yard signs. That doesn't take, just print some,
Yeah.
I would have bought that shit up, a yard sign, Cat Ladies for Kamala.
I think everybody would have. I think that booth would have made $1 million goddamn
Well,
dollars.
they did. So, they already have the booths assigned. Like they're already set. And there were a couple booths that I thought that I'd seen there before that had political shirts that I thought they were going to have something. So I think there were like 2 maybe with a shirt and then that one with a sticker. Oh. So I feel like it would just, if it had been like, if she'd been in the running for a while, you might have had more, or someone might have gotten a booth specifically.
These are cat people. They should know.
Wendy, you sound like a cat apologist.
Yeah, don't. No, come on. This is a huge news moment, I feel like.
Yeah, you can get some.
You're unfamiliar.
Well, maybe a lot of the people there were Trump supporters.
If you're unfamiliar with the
you never know.
Wendy, don't.
You never know. I don't know.
Don't soil the
Wendy
name. Yeah. The Republican presidential candidates recently made a comment about how the world is being overrun by childless unhappy childless cat ladies, and they shouldn't be allowed to vote.
They have no stake in this country.
Right.
They shouldn't be allowed to make decisions because...
Cats for Kamala, cat ladies, childless cat ladies for Kamala is a big thing.
It is.
You go on Etsy. But there, I was like, at that point, I'd just be buying shit off Etsy and selling it at myself. Like, come on.
And you'd still make money.
Yes.
I did see about 8 to 10 people wearing shirts.
Cool.
Of Kamala.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cat ladies for Kamala.
Well,
I was ready to get one when I was there. But.
I would have too. So the Democratic convention is happening as we speak. Actually, it's happening right now, and I'm waiting for someone in a giant cat costume to come out and do something. Like, come on, man, that's like a no-brainer.
Here's the rumor. Here's the rumor that I heard. Taylor Swift's on tour and she's in London. Taylor Swift's the ultimate cat lady, if you're not familiar.
Yeah, she loves her cats.
She loves cats. She's a big supporter of Kamala. Now her tour in London ends, I think it's tonight or tomorrow. And then she's off for like 2 months. So that's all I'm saying. I don't know anything, but if they're smart, I'm sure they tried. I'm sure somebody tried. Now, whether she is able or wants to do it. But she's the ultimate fucking cat lady. And if Taylor Swift walked out and
forget it.
Cat ladies,
it'd be huge.
Kamala, it would be.
She'd win.
Oh, she would just win.
That's all she needs.
I feel like that would just tip it right there.
It would. Like,
she doesn't even have to speak. She could just come out in the shirt and sing one song and be a performance for a thing.
Just
and be
leave.
Like, go Kamala, and then leave.
I mean, listen, if Barack Obama calls you up and says, hey, Tay, could you maybe make an appearance on the last night? Yeah, I think you can't say no to Barack Obama. How do you say no to that?
I mean, she's involved herself politically in plenty of things. I mean, this makes sense. But
God, I hope they do it. I feel like, I mean, she single-handedly raised sales in the NFL of like Chiefs merch and viewership, and it's like, come on, Taylor, you could literally tip this thing to one side.
She's a demographic. Like
she
by
seriously
herself.
is.
She
like,
is.
You get the Taylor demographic, you're doing good.
It's not an exaggeration. It really is. She's affected. Didn't they say she's affected city like
the economy?
The economy where she's been on tour.
Yep. Yeah, because she sits in parks there for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
and just she's very powerful.
Come on, Taylor,
very powerful.
Do it.
Yep. We'll see how
do it for cat ladies everywhere, Taylor.
Boy, we're not even to the mail sack yet, y'all.
I know.
There's just a lot to catch up on. This is just us catching up because we haven't seen each other.
Yeah.
Are we even recording? I don't know.
Oh God.
I hope so. You didn't have your mic plugged in when we started.
That's true.
So I don't know.
It took a minute.
I don't know. All right, let's take a look at this mail sack. We'll see. We haven't been around for a while, so I'm curious to see what the topics are. We're going to start with AK, naturally. The subject is... What is that supposed to
how was that pronounced?
Oh my. Oh, that would make more sense than oh my.
And the comma, is the comma on purpose?
Or I mean, listen, it's always everything's intentional with AK.
Okay.
True.
You know?
Okay then. Whoa. Wino podcast. What a train wreck. I love it.
Ouch.
You guys managed to make an hour out of 17 seconds. Impressive. That's what she said.
Okay, so this is maybe about the trailer. Going back to that.
Well, our first teaser when we talked about the teaser.
Yeah.
You uncovered so much in there that I was completely and oblivious to. The rainbow. Bravo, you complete and total nerds. Was there a rainbow in it?
Well, the rainbow headband.
Come on. Danny, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some Winona happening, huh? Oh, wait, there's been a Comic-Con. This must mean more data is available now. We're waiting with bated breath over here. Well, vote in our poll.
I was still editing, so. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, man, the Olympics started. You'll have no sense out of me for a fortnight or so. Sorry about that. Sports that I give no shits about at any other time are suddenly of profound interest and importance. I've got a ton of work on, so I won't get to watch much, but hopefully I can listen to it if the radio is kind. There's a ton of cricket, too, and it's jamming the signals all summer long. I'm looking forward to the climbing. I loved that last time around, and the skateboarding. And I would love to see Simone Biles back on the podium. You lot with your 600 odd athletes. Surely there aren't any events you're not in. Crazy. I thought your boat might sink. There were so many of you on it. Still need to watch that opening ceremony. I still have not seen it.
Oh, really?
And yes, the US did very well. I was doing something.
I'm sure you were. Yeah, of course.
I know. You know what? I think we were driving to Comic-Con the day they came on.
Yeah.
We were on the road.
That tracks.
And Simone Biles did get back on the podium.
Hell yeah, she did.
She's go.
She is the GOAT.
Oh man, the Acolyte. I had forgotten about that. I really wasn't sure by the end of your chat. Watch it or not? What do you think? You know me by now. Will I be into this? AK, it's not getting to season 2, so
yeah, maybe skip it.
Listen later in the show. We'll talk about it a little more. Max and I finished watching Xena Warrior Musical. It was so cool with the happy endings, the way Ares and Xena ended up together, and there was finally a happily ever after for Gabby and Joxer the Mighty, which I think is what Joxer really deserved. Lovely stuff, very sweet. What is AK talking about?
Doesn't sound. I think AK's taking the piss.
Is AK punking us?
I think so. I don't remember it happening that way.
Oh, well then AK continues. Oh, Max says I dozed through the ending. It's possible I may have missed a tiny bit missed the point.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Finally, some news about Old Guard 2. I am very much looking forward to that. That there, Charlie Throb, according to my autocorrect, is the ultimate badass. Charlie Throb.
That sounds like a porn name.
It's kind of accurate.
The name's Throb.
Yeah, I mean,
Charlie Throb.
Not the craziest thing. That's what I'm looking for. Can't come soon enough. AK.
That's what Charlie Throb said.
Ooh, we have a medal. That's exciting. We're only a little island, you know. Getting a medal on the first morning is a big deal for us. Look, I know you don't mention sports if you prefer weirdos.
Sports.
And the earworm theme tune, but nerding out at the Olympics is surely de rigueur. Okay, love you, bye, Sir AK. I think, are we talking Olympics? We're talking some Olympics later.
Yeah.
Dude, AK, I love the Olympics. I will watch any Olympic. Like when the Olympics on, whatever I'm doing, I will find, and it's on so many channels now. I'll just find whatever sport looks the most fun and watch it.
Yeah.
I always have it on.
But we'll talk about it more. But yeah, I love it too. And we were in the van for most of it, which is a bummer. But I missed a lot. But what I saw was just, it's so captivating, intriguing. I'm obsessed. So yeah, I caught some of it. We'll talk about it more. We'll get into it.
Okay. Oh, right.
Oh my gosh. I read all that and Tara's has like 2 sentences.
Now it's my turn.
You know,
all right.
luck of the draw.
Good luck, Tara. Okay. You can get through it.
This one's from Suze. Our friend Suze, also in the UK.
That's right.
Subject is SDCC. Hey guys, just a quick one to congratulate you on those awesome ERP interviews. You asked all the hard-hitting questions we ERPers were dying to know the answers to. You obviously knocked it out of the park. Brava. Clap, clap emoji. As always, love you guys, Suze.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Suze.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear.
That's what we're here for. So again, if anyone has any questions you'd like us to ask the cast at the Calgary Erptopia Convention, please email shenerdsout@gmail.com.
Oh my God, Kat's email is tiny
I
too.
have an email from AK.
Like the PS.
The title is epic. AK says, you guys were press corps Comic-Con. I'm amazing. Amazing, maybe? Amazing.
That's a typo.
It is. Great job. Hard-hitting journalism. No IBD. Oh, no lesbian bed death there. Amazing. Laughing emoji. Laughing emoji. Laughing emoji. Congratulations on a surprise job. Well done. Is that a dig? Surprise job well done? Or was it a surprise that you guys were there?
That's surprising that we were all there?
Probably that we were there.
Okay.
Yeah, that we'll take it as that. Yeah. Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. Yes, agreed. You guys killed it.
Are y'all tired now? Do you need a break after reading those emails?
Ooh, boy.
I need to rest the vocal cords.
Apparently. Well, so y'all can rest up. I can take this next story.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do some nerd news.
Nerd news, nerd news. I repeat, we have breaking nerd news. The Acolyte is canceled. They do not get a season 2.
It's super canceled.
Now look, I was not a huge fan when it started. By the end, I thought it started coming around. You had a cool villain. I was getting into the story. I like my green Jedi lady that I can't remember her name. Ventress or something.
Greenie.
Not Yoda.
And it's canceled.
Oh, that's right.
And
we're gonna see Yoda too.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I guess and Darth Plagueis peeking around the corner.
Yeah.
That's how you say it. Look, it wasn't the perfect show. But I think it picked up. It got a little steam. The guys, this Manny Jacinto's character's helmet sold out in like 24 hours apparently. Like there was enough going on. I thought it deserved a second chance. And honestly, this news has been opening up a lot of people on Twitter saying, what about all these great shows that didn't have a great first season? But they had time to develop. So many shows that were great shows. Not that this was going to be some great classic show, but how many great shows didn't have a great first season, but they kind of had a momentum and they kind of picked up steam. I think it started off with high ratings and maybe dwindled a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there were a lot of people talking about it. You hope it wasn't influenced by the douchey, whiny incel boys that whine if a woman's on screen. I mean,
or anyone of color.
It was right.
God forbid.
It picked up. I thought it had some momentum going, and I thought maybe we'd see us in season 2. But this goes back to y'all are really making it difficult to get invested in a show when you know it probably isn't going to go anywhere, and you're just going to be left hanging.
Right.
So at some point, I guess Ahsoka's getting season 2, and then there was news that also came out about supposedly Tamura Morrison, Boba Fett, isn't going to be in the Mandalorian movie, and there was something about, people weren't thrilled with the show, and blah, blah. It's like, yeah, because y'all screwed up the premise of the show. And I don't know. It's just, I'm not feeling good in the Star Wars world right now.
Right. And they had to have known the Acolyte was written by a lesbian and featured many people of color. It was very diverse.
Yeah.
From what history tells us of Star Wars fans, they had to have known the type of blowback they were going to get from some idiots. They had to have known that. Didn't they
come out saying things about it even before it started?
Yes,
about
people were already
knowing
thinking it. Yeah. Essentially,
Kennedy
right.
Said some things in an interview.
So if you're gonna do that, knowing that some people are just gonna tank the reviews out of just hatred and idiocy, and go almost petition so far against it, even though they probably didn't watched one episode. What are their expectations here? They need to manage those. They need to give it time to get its footing and build up a fan base, and knowing they're going to have to go against this initial blowback that they're going to get. So that's what's frustrating to me is you make this big thing when it suits you about this
inclusivity.
Inclusivity. Look how diverse it is. But then when it comes to really putting your money where your mouth is on that investment, and really, if you're really that inclusive and diverse, and backing it up and letting it get where it needs to go, and it's so frustrating when this happens.
Let's remember this is the same studio that not only canceled season 2 of Willow, but completely scrubbed it,
erased it from the world
history. It's like the show never existed.
Yep.
I wish I could say I'm surprised. This is a new age of television where if you're not a huge hit out the gate, you're fucked. And unfortunately, the show didn't have momentum enough after the first couple episodes aired. And they're just like, fuck it, we're not doing it. Let's move on. So it sucks. This is going to happen all the time, guys. This is unfortunately the way that Disney is being run right now by this CEO. So It sucks, and I'm very disappointed. I was ready for season 2. I thought, like everybody else, like you said, Wendy, like great start. To the end of the first season was like cool. There's a lot of things a lot of places we can go, a lot of new characters and old characters together. Like I thought it was a great setup for season 2, but not enough apparently for Disney to invest in it.
Yeah. And I'm just tired of shows that like you're not sure about, but okay, let's give it a chance. And I think it was a pretty expensive show to put together, which
but
that's
again,
part of it.
they know that. They know that.
Right.
That's all they do is expensive shit.
Right.
Yeah. It's sci-fi. Everything's going to be expensive.
Yeah, of course.
I can't believe for a show that I was so mediocre on when it started, like I'm like, I want to go buy a damn Acolyte something just to support it. Like I'm just annoyed that for one, the backlash that happened before anybody even hardly watched the show.
Right.
Now there's people on Twitter saying, please, for the love of God, protect the kids in Skeleton Crew. Because they're going to go out, these little idiots that sit home and do nothing in their lives but attack what other creative people are out there doing and putting themselves out there and creating and making. And they sit at home just typing the worst things against them and even death threats and just it's Star Wars. You always want to think, our fandom is the best. Star Wars has got to be the absolute worst fandom of anything. They're horrible. It's so split. It's so toxic. It's disgusting. And I just want a show like The Acolyte to continue just to spite them almost and just to say, we're committed to giving this a chance, despite what you losers decided you hated it before it even existed.
Yep.
So,
well,
I'm buying that little green Jedi right now.
Speaking of Disney, when do you want?
Yes.
They had so much Acolyte merch. They had plenty of Acolyte merch at Comic-Con.
Well,
too.
they had some that wasn't.
They had a whole
available
display.
yet.
They had a whole display to the Acolyte.
Did they really?
Right,
the whole costume, a huge portion.
that's true.
Where they show have all the costumes, all Acolyte and all the props. So,
yeah. I mean, they're putting it out there. And at D23, they had Skeleton Crew costumes. And I'm just so tired of like these whiny ass people. Oh, they're ruining Star Wars. This is it. It's like, look. And half you people that are whining about Star Wars weren't even alive when the first ones came out. So
exactly.
I
don't know what they want. I don't know what they want. I feel like no matter what movie show comes out, someone's gonna shit all over it.
You know what they want? Deadpool versus Wolverine, but in Star Wars form. Just two dudes. Two dudes doing dude stuff.
Killing people.
Which there's nothing wrong with Deadpool Wolverine, but I'm like, that's all they want. They don't want any other sort of view or look or
nuance.
Nuance. Yeah. Oh God. Although Andor has a lot of nuance and they kind of really like that, as do I. But it's
well, that's because it had Andor a man at the helm.
He's a man, but he's not like
ladies. I know.
Generic American white man.
That's kind of helped bridge that gap a little bit.
He does have an accent.
Yeah. He does. So, but they love their Andor, as do I. I'm not judging. I mean,
Mon Mothma. She's a very powerful woman,
but she's not the most powerful character in there. So
she knows her place.
Yeah, she knows her place.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, speaking of Disney, Wendy, tell us about the D23 Legends.
It's so hard.
Something positive about Disney.
It's so hard to be excited about because it's a very complicated relationship with Disney, right? Like, we love a lot of stuff, but they make some really stupid decisions.
Well, and Bob Iger just bought the Disney CEO just bought our local women's professional soccer team. So he'll now oversee our women's professional soccer team. So
that's good. He'll really get that team going, right? Probably gonna hire some men to play.
Yeah, they're just gonna replace the team with men because the men are gonna complain that there's too many women on the team.
Why are there so many women down there? Pass it to a
Do we
guy.
really need this? Do we really need this?
Yeah.
Nobody watches that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love Disney. Look, everybody's going to make mistakes. Everybody's going to, and I don't know. It is, you can't hold all of
they
Disney
suck
over
for the
the
Acolyte
D23, whatever, but.
And listen, if
love
I ever get a job on a Star Wars show, I'm gonna delete all these episodes. Gonna magically disappear.
D23 was amazing. I ended up going for like a day and a half. Our dear friend of Snop and our dear friend Noe ended up getting a room down there, and so a bunch of us stayed over like Saturday night into Sunday. So I got to walk the floor a little bit. Disney, it's such a great con. Compared to after going to San Diego Comic-Con, it's so spacious. As long as you don't want some of the free giveaways that have really long lines, you could just go and do anything. Even the stores that you had to do virtual queues to get into. Like at some point you could just walk into them. We walked into plenty of stores.
That's cool.
It was, there, I didn't really buy a whole lot on the floor. I looked at a Han Solo watch that I was very tempted to get, but I was responsible and I didn't get it until the next couple days later when I kept thinking about it and went online and found it half off. And I bought it because it's Han Solo.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
But I
Wait, hold it up again. Hold
Yeah,
it up.
do I see the Falcon there?
Wait, closer.
It hurts my arm to do this.
Okay, it's very cool. That's a
And
Falcon.
it's got like the
blue.
blue with the red striping of his pants and the brown leather. It has a picture of him and a misquoted quote on the back of the watch.
What do you mean misquoted quote? What does it say?
Because it's like, sometimes I amaze even myself. And they wrote, sometimes I even amaze myself. So they like botched the quote.
Oh, come on.
I know, it's stupid, but I wasn't going to not buy it for that.
Well, it's a cool looking watch, Wendy.
Thank you. So, but there were a lot of cool things. One of the neat things I love that they do is have volunteers, like with ears, and you can go in and they put together like for schools or USO or whatever, like these care bags of food or supplies or whatever. And you go through the line and you get a bag and they have a little, bins of what you put in the bag, and you fill the bag for them to distribute, and then you get like a pin or ears or a little
pretty
bag.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, you get a little gift at the end, and I love it. You can just go through as many times as you want and help fill bags.
Free labor.
Had some cool Disney car. Yeah, but it's great. Everybody's so excited to do it.
I think it's really sweet. It's really sweet.
They had like a pin collecting thing. They had various panels. One of the panels that I'm sick that I missed, because I could have gone to, but I didn't know this person was going to appear, was about Richard Sherman, a Disney, I guess, songwriter. And they had special guest Haley Mills.
Oh.
Let's Get Together. Yeah.
No, she did not sing Let's Get Together.
She did.
No, she did not.
She did.
Oh, my God.
I forget who she.
I love
Warren.
Haley Mills so much. You don't even.
Yeah,
Do you really?
I would have freaked the hell out.
I love Haley Mills. Yeah. I watched all her old movies. Pollyanna.
Okay.
Parent Trap. Yeah, like growing up, and then she was Miss Bliss.
Wow, I would not have guessed
Sarah's
that.
got a huge crush.
If I watched like a classic movie growing up, there's a large chance Haley Mills was in it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, if I know, I could have gone to that too, but I had no idea. And I was there, like I had a few hours on Saturday, and then Sunday didn't have I had some time, but so I was mainly just wanting to take it all in, especially Saturday. It was all new, and so I wasn't even looking at panels really. But because Sunday was cut short, because at 5:00 they had the Disney Legends ceremony where they I guess induct the new Disney Legends. There were like 14 of them into the Disney Hall of Fame of Legends or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
And I went because of two things: Harrison Ford and John Williams. So when I got my ticket, I got it. It was at the Honda Center, and there was like side of stage, third row, seat 5. I'm like, that's probably a pretty good view of the stage. I'll get that one. So I get there and I go find my seat, and I'm like, the 2 rows ahead of me are actually tarped off. I'm essentially the first row. And I have a great view of the stage, and found out that the honorees also sit on the front row of like the audience. I got a great view of that. And then I see people walking out to the side where I'm sitting right in front of me to go to their seats. I'm thinking, is Harrison Ford going to walk through that door right beside me and go to his seat? And after Jamie Lee Curtis did, I thought, sure enough, I bet he's going to walk out. And he did.
Yes.
So I got my video of Harrison, and people are like, Harrison. He kind of looks up, and I'm just watching him recording the whole thing. I'm like, that is as close as I will ever get to Harrison Ford. And my night is already good. So he went and he sat in the row pretty close. Like I could see him. I was just watching him. He was sitting by Jamie Lee. They were chatting it up. He and Jamie Lee Curtis. Luckily, he was first, so I didn't just stare at him the whole night. So they announced, they played Harrison, Han. It was mainly because it was Disney focused. It was mainly Han and Indiana.
Yeah, of course.
So they played that, and I'm like video, like there's Han, there's Harrison watching, and he came up. It was interesting. Some of the guests had prompter, some didn't. He did not. He just gave a speech. Michael Eisner presented. And I'm like, this night is already great. Harrison Ford, he walks off. Like, this is gold. Next up is Jamie Lee Curtis. And Lindsay Lohan came out to say a little something.
Yeah.
Photo montage of Jamie Lee. Again, Disney stuff. And then they said, now, special guest presenter, her best friend, Jodie Foster. Oh. And I literally exclaimed, what? No. I didn't finish the sentence. Jodie Foster walks out. I'm like, the last person I would have expected to see was Jodie Foster walking out. I'm like, she's one of my bucket list. I want to see her in person, people. I'm like, oh my God, Jodie Foster. So I'm freaking out about that. Jamie gets up. I don't know if she had prompt or not, but she was, Jamie Lee Curtis, so she was just saying whatever. That was great.
She had a great speech, by the way. The speech I saw later on Twitter or something. It was really great.
Oh, she's amazing. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. And then they had like Miley Cyrus was on. She had Lainey Wilson, I think her name is, like Lainey a band. Wilson, her band rolls out. She plays a Miley song, and I'm like, there she is singing. There's Miley singing. Recording the whole thing. And so Miley Cyrus, Kelly Ripa, Ryan Seacrest was the host. Oh. And he presented Kelly Ripa. Her husband, Mark Consuelos, was there. Sure. Because she's been with Disney like since All My Children days. I watched her when she started on All My Children as Haley. And then of course to Regis and all that. But and then the part that I actually teared up, they honored a volunteer, or not a volunteer, a park worker. She was the first Black tour guide, like in the 70s at Disney. Awesome. And she rose up to be like, in the corporate level, buying things and whatever. She was this big thing. They had the Dapper dancing, and they had a marching band walk on stage. Mickey and Minnie. They had sparklers going up on the stage, and that's when I was like, all for her. And I was like, oh, I love Disney so much. I was getting weepy.
Yeah, I watched her video. It was really good. The thing they played.
Aww. Yeah, it was fantastic. That's and then nice. They had like Frank Oz, another guy who did like Animal Kingdom. They had Jane Goodall do a taped thing.
Oh my God.
James Cameron was honored, and they had Kate Winslet record a thing, but also Zoe Saldana. I was like, is it going to be Sigourney? But it was Zoe Saldana, which is also cool because I'm all obsessed with Guardians now. But so she came out and for what's her name? Angela Bassett. Cool. They play a lot of Wakanda, of course. The Ryan Coogler announced her, but then they had four of these Wakanda women, cool. Like the warriors come out and flames going up on the stage, which were very hot because I was close enough. I felt them a lot. And then they walked her up between the warrior Wakanda, which I love them. They're so cool. Oh, they walked her up. She gave a very, I like to thank you, the fans. You are why I'm here. She was very Angela Bassett. It was fun. And then last but not least, of course, was going to be John Williams. And I was like, at that point, I'm like, who? Danny DeVito showed up to present for James L. Brooks. I mean, I was like, who's going to show up? Wow. I'm like, could it be George? But it wasn't George. It was Harrison came back out with Kathleen Kennedy. Sadly, John Williams was not there. But an orchestra came down from the ceiling, like behind the stage, and played Star Wars and Indiana Jones music. And then they brought, he's canceled his Hollywood Bowl stuff, and he's been ill. I hope he's okay. So then they brought the whole group back on for a photo, and streamers are falling from the sky. And it's like, it is by far one of the best, just fun, fantastic live events I've ever been to.
Wow.
And it was a great night. It was a highlight.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
I kept seeing all these things come out about all the people that were there, and I'm like, that's cool. Like watching it. Just everything trend on Twitter.
It's on Disney Plus too.
Oh.
Yeah, your girl Miley. Yeah, it's on. They broadcast it live
I didn't know
And there was
that.
one point they were pointing the camera right at us, but I don't think we were on. They were mainly showing the people because we weren't lit, and all the people on the floor were lit. So they were mainly showing.
I'm gonna look for you.
I looked. I didn't see me.
You didn't see you? Oh.
No. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I looked at the parts where I was pretty sure it happened, and like,
Okay.
I didn't see me. But and then they gave us all these little wristband things too that lit
Oh,
up
the
in whatever
lights.
color. Like they would make them light up, and it would be like whatever color
I love
fit
that.
the thing. You know, it was fantastic. And that was my experience at D23.
Nice.
And if I can go to the Legends again, especially if they have people I like, I want to go because
I mean, there's so many people there that you like.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine who else would be inducted that you'd be like, yeah, okay. You know, like who's left?
Well, what's crazy is like James L. Brooks. The main reason he's inducted is because he did The Simpsons for 1 billion years on Fox, and they bought him. So like, yeah, you're a Disney legend now.
Yeah, exactly.
So even though he's like all of his work was for Fox, so you know they find a way to find people to honor.
Well, a bunch of stuff, I mean, came out, right? A lot of announcements. So that we got a trailer for Moana 2. There's the Snow White live action. Lilo
Frozen
and
3 and
Stitch,
4.
Incredibles 3. Yeah, like just a ton of stuff. There's another Toy Story movie. Ton of stuff. So yeah, at least we know we'll have plenty of things to talk about in the years to come.
Yeah. Exciting.
Gotta love that.
One thing we might have to talk about next year, some news about one of my favorite shows that I've been waiting on and hadn't fully given up, but it seems now like the show The Orville, which we've talked about at length on the show, is probably going to be getting a season 4. The last season aired last year, and there'd been no word from Hulu. It's on that whole Hulu, but also Disney, but also whatever, ESPN Plus probably.
Makes sense.
But they hadn't really said either way. It hadn't been canceled. They hadn't flat out said like with the Acolyte, hey, it's canceled. Just hadn't said either way. But one of the actors on the show, Scott Grimes, he was in attendance at the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, which I love to go to also. But he kind of spilled the beans. I don't know. He was talking about it like it was known to the world. But it said he revealed to a small and stunned crowd that season 4 of the show is set to begin pre-production at some point early in 2025.
Wow.
So again, yeah, absolutely no one was expecting this. There's no video that seems to exist of this, but it made the news rounds about essentially Orville getting a season 4. So there's been no official announcements from Seth MacFarlane. But he announced it, so he made it seem like but you gotta take that for what it's worth. But I'm gonna hold on to that little grain of hope.
Yeah, you should.
Because I think that would be pretty awesome. And I just loved, especially the 3rd season. But it's a great show overall. If you're looking for something kind of light, but also really good to watch a sci-fi show, check it out. The Orville. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So I feel like it's so like I guess it wasn't like the official announcement, but it felt like, oh yeah, because I wondered about that too because I know you love the show, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, all of a sudden someone just says something like, oh okay, I guess it's happening. And
but it made the news rounds with like major publications like it was an announcement, but obviously he probably, I don't know why he would do that, but
I mean, it's you gotta be pretty sure,
right? And to say, the pre-production, like he's probably got to be got some kind of contract in place by now, right? To preserve that time if it's pre-production starting,
exactly. Schedules are dependent upon actors, so
I don't know. So we'll see.
Seems legit.
But in the meantime, if you're bored and you're also looking for something to watch, apparently I just saw this today. There's gonna be and shout out to Beck here, not in Australia proper, but close enough. The Office is getting an Australian version.
Great.
So on October 18th on Amazon Prime, you can watch the Australian version of The Office.
Sure.
I was very perplexed and sort of excited about this. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like a direct kind of take or if it's going to be, because what they did with the British office is they had Michael was essentially, they had the same type of characters, but they didn't have the same names, all of them. But
No.
they transferred over pretty closely.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They'll have some version of Michael, I guess. But there's some folks in there I don't really recognize any of the names, but I'm sure if you live in Australia, you would.
Yeah, Beck, let us know. Are you excited about this cast?
Yeah. Do you know who, Beck, do you know who Felicity Ward is? Do you know who Edith Poor or Steen Raskopoulos, Sherry Stebbins, Josh Thompson, Johnny Bruh, Raj Labati,
Susan Ling Young,
Lucy Schmidt, Zoe Tarakis.
Oh my God, her?
Yeah. Pallavi Sharda.
How about Claude Jabor? They're all going to round out the regular
Zsa Gabor?
No.
Guest stars will include Susie Youssef from
Deadlock.
I don't know.
You've heard of that?
Ooh, I've heard of that show. And then also someone, Rick Donald he's from Wentworth. I've heard of that show.
Okay.
So October 18th, check it out.
Great. I love it.
Maybe these will be household names by the time of my household at least, by the time I finish watching.
Maybe. Let us know. Yeah, let us know if it's any good.
Wendy, I am sad to announce that your guy, Sam Esmail, who, of course, did Mr. Robot, which is one of your favorite shows. Yeah, I remember hearing about this a while ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah,
we've been talking he got about some this. Deal. We've talked about this before with NBC Universal. And it was like a done thing. They were going to be doing a Battlestar Galactica reboot. Mm-hmm. So, and another wave of bad news of cancellations, I guess this says Peacock has passed on the long gestating Battlestar Galactica reboot.
Well, I mean, that sounds like, does he have something done to shop around? It says he can shop it around.
It says, according to the new report from Variety, the project is dead, but that's at Peacock, right?
Yeah.
Well, and he had a 4-year deal. It says here he had a 4-year deal with
What has he done?
Universal.
Has he done anything else with this 4 years?
Well, he did Leave the World Behind, or what was that thing he did that was on, I think it was on Netflix. Which was good. I liked it. I liked Leave the World Behind. It came out 2023. I don't know what else he's got going on. I assume he's been working on this for a while.
I mean, I guess it depends on the deal he made with Universal, because it seems like if it's a 4-year deal and they announced it in 2019, I'm guessing his deal is almost up. Right. So, but the question is he allowed to shop it around, or is it considered a NBC, development project, which means it's dead?
Yeah, it says that he can, but will be allowed to shop it around.
Oh, okay. Well, there's hope.
Yeah, it says. It says no information on the series plot was ever announced, but one source claims it was to be set in the same continuity as a popular 2003 reboot.
Oh, that's interesting.
I just want to see anything this dude does. And he also has a miniseries, I guess, based on the film Metropolis that's upcoming. I don't know when, but yeah, he's director, producer. It's a TV series of the sci-fi silent film Metropolis. So I don't know anything how it's pre-production. So that's not close, but God, to the TV business. You know what? I feel like, I mean, obviously not the exact things happened back in the day, but probably a lot of stuff happened that you'd be annoyed with, but you just didn't know they were happening.
Exactly.
Like now everything makes the news. Like they're going to have the show. No, they're not. Or any sort of behind the scenes things that get you excited for something that ends up not panning out. You just didn't know about things that might have happened back in the day.
And this happens all the time. Like, you know,
All the
even,
time.
even on like a micro level, it's like, oh, I heard about this show. I might have a gig. Oh no, it's done. It's it's pushed. Like it's just happened. Until it's done, it's never done. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm not surprised, but also Universal owns Battlestar Galactica, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Because they used to have the Battlestar Galactica thing as part of the tram at Universal. Do you guys ever, was that before you guys had ridden it? Do you guys remember that? When I was a kid, you'd get attacked by Cylons as part of the
I don't remember that.
The tram tour. So I'm pretty sure it's a Universal property. So that might complicate things for him wanting to shop it around. But listen, I love Battlestar Galactica, the 2003 version. So like, I'm definitely bummed, but maybe he's able to shop it. That'd be, I don't know. It's such a weird time right now in TV that it's I'm not surprised by anything anymore. But yeah, they took a long time developing. It even says in this article why this project was allowed to develop for so long is unknown at this time.
Who let this go on?
Yeah, why? How? Anyway.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, in something that we could probably make a segment, but
I mean,
look, I'm going to preface this by saying I think the last time we were together, we also had a similar story regarding Florida. Yeah. And we asked, we said, no offense to our listeners in Florida. If you're out there, we're not sure because we
didn't hear from anybody.
We didn't hear from anybody. So, you know, maybe you're just shy. You don't want to write us. That's okay. And I don't want to be offensive, but having just come from Florida, and let me tell you, it was like a sauna everywhere. It was
awful, painful.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of things have been going on in Florida lately, political, and it's not a great place to be if you're a minority or, you know, LGBT plus person.
Yeah.
You know, so we had this little section here titled Florida Sucks. And it's not a segment. It's not a segment. I don't want to make it a segment, but
it's a working title.
It's in a group of happenings in Florida that have been detrimental to many of our listeners and to us, you know, if we were to live in Florida, which thankfully we do not. So, today in Florida, there's a news article here on NBC News saying Florida's official tourism site removes the LGBTQ travel section. Yeah. So it says visitflorida.com has deleted the section including LGBTQ travel resources and boasted that this is what there used to be a section for this, and it said it boasted that the state is popular with a gay community looking for a sense of belonging and acceptance. Well, you ain't gonna find it there, people. I'm sorry, that was some false fucking advertising. So maybe they should have taken that down. Some gay group should have sued the shit out of them for posting that and then having laws against it. Anyway, this Florida's official tourism website quietly removed a landing page for the state's LGBTQ friendly travel destinations sometime in the past 4 months. It says they used to have things where you could go to visit LGBTQ friendly destinations, beaches, pride events, road trip ideas, things like that. However, now when you when you try to go to even an archive version of that page, it just goes to the general things to do section. So, however, the website does continue to provide travel information for destinations specific to other minority groups, including Black and Hispanic travelers.
Interesting. So
they just removed, they didn't want to say gay on their site either, apparently. So now you'll just have to, if you're in Florida and you're gay, you're just going to have to go to another site to find some interesting things to do in Florida.
Or if you're gay and you're gonna visit Florida,
right?
Maybe don't.
Right. Yeah. You know, there's plenty. You know, I don't want to take away from. There are plenty of, you know, LGBTQ. There's clubs there. There's there's communities for people, right?
Sure.
But it's just hard to support the state as a whole when the government there is so outwardly very viscerally against.
Yeah,
anything.
homophobic. You can say it.
You can't be in drag there. It's illegal. It's crazy.
Right. You can't say gay in a classroom.
It's just weird.
It's very weird, Tara.
Yeah.
And I did some quick Googling. Over 800,000 people in Florida identify as LGBTQ.
Okay.
And then I did a quick search. I said, hey, Google, why does Florida suck? And it came up with 8 reasons why the Sunshine State sucks. So listen, we're not going to get into it here because some of this will kind of really bring down the mood. But I'd say for
probably things we never thought of.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're thinking of spending your time and hard-earned money on vacation, maybe don't go to Florida. Come to California. You can go to there's parts of Oregon that are super gay friendly. Go to New York. Go to fucking Minnesota. Like there's so many other places you can go and spend your hard-earned gay money and not in Florida.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's go to some sports. The Olympics were gay.
Yeah, they're so gay. It was there's a lot of gays in the Olympics, you know?
There were 55 LGBTQ plus. It says 55 LGBTQ plus women athletes won medals.
Ooh.
Not sure. This is from Autostraddle. So this states women specifically.
But we know there's other gays out there who are playing, and it's not just Americans. This is across all of the countries. But like there's some Americans in here I didn't know identified as queer, which is really exciting. Sha'Carri Richardson, who is one of the fastest women alive. She identifies as bisexual.
Really?
She has a girlfriend. That's fucking cool, man.
No idea.
How cool is that?
Oh wow! So it breaks it down by sport.
It does, and then it tells you which country they're in.
Interesting.
That's cool. We got archery.
It's fantastic.
Let's just run through at least some of the represented fields we got here. Archery, track and field. Oh wow, there's a lot. Badminton. Shout out.
Yeah, badminton.
Basketball. No shocker there.
And by the way, how cool was it to see Brittany Griner playing after the fucking couple years she's had? Like incredible representing and also winning a gold medal. I was so happy for her. But there's how many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 queer women on our the U.S. women's basketball team who are all gold medal winners, which is really exciting.
Mm-hmm. We got
Didn't
boxing.
one of the rugby players proposed to her girlfriend after the?
Ooh.
We had a story on it. I think,
Probably.
Yeah, I think they did.
So we got boxing. We got canoe slalom. Represent.
Yeah. Woo.
We got cycling road, cycling track, cycling BMX.
Love it.
Equestrian.
Okay.
Fencing.
Yes.
Football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
whoa. There's a lot. Okay,
there's
that's soccer, right?
A lot of queers.
Yeah,
a lot of
That's
queers.
soccer. Yeah. Okay. There's a whole.
Oh my God, there's so many.
Yeah. Golf. Handball. Hockey.
They're everywhere.
Golf.
Judo.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay, there's quite a few judo. Okay.
Wow.
Rowing.
Okay.
Rugby sevens. There we go.
Love that.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yep, quite a few there. Sailing. Oh, very sexy. Okay, shooting.
Sailing is
Shooting.
So sexy.
Surfing.
Yeah.
Swimming. Tennis. Volleyball. And wrestling.
Hell yeah.
So very well-rounded representation there, I'd say.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow.
You gotta love it.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a new Olympic crush though.
Okay, who is it?
Sydney McLaughlin Levron. She ran the 400 hurdles and demolished the competition to win
Oh yeah,
gold.
the American, right?
Yes. She's very attractive.
She was awesome and very
Then
excited.
she ran the 4x400, and it's like they were pretty tight when she got the baton. By the time she finished, she was like 30 yards ahead of everybody else.
Man, that's so
Like,
good.
man, because I work for a parent company, NBC, and we've been covering the Olympics, and it was cool because our reporter Lolita would interview some of these people. She interviewed her. She interviewed a lot of the track people. Anybody like throughout the Olympics, people all over. But she talked to her. Like, man, she's my Olympic crush. I hope she like basically competes against herself to just keep beating the world records that she sets the last time. So
Amazing.
I'm gonna have to go try to see her run in LA.
You know who else isn't queer and not American? So we're ahead already. Is Ray Gunn, the breakdancer.
Ray Gunn.
Not one of us.
Boy.
Ray Gunn.
Not one of us. So
Look, what's going on with Ray Gunn? So I heard there's some controversy. Like she might have
like tampering.
manipulated her way into the thing by putting her own husband on the judging panel. Like I don't know. And then there was apparently some talented breakers there in Australia that
very talented breakers.
I'm pretty sure I could find some.
Might have been better than she was.
Guys, I could do.
Beck, what are your thoughts, Beck, on Ray Gunn and that whole ordeal? Because I'd love an Australian perspective. And like, she got 0 points. Yeah, you would want to laugh. I mean, it's funny to watch the clip, but when you really think about it, she took someone's spot, and it seems went through some nefarious means to do so, some calculated means. And again, there's probably someone that really would have loved to do that and represent. And it was just, I don't even know. I don't have words for it.
It was not successful.
No. You know, what was funny is I only watched a little of breaking, but I was at work and I flipped by, breaking was on one of the channels. And when I flipped it on, she was breaking. And I remember thinking, I had no context. Like she was the first and pretty much the only person I saw do it. And my thought was, is this what it is? Like, what? Because that's not what I remember as breaking from what I've seen of the previews of the event. Like, is this it? Thinking, I don't know if I want to watch this because this is kind of weird. Little did I know it was this infamous Ray Gunn doing her thing. I thought it was a legit breaker. I'm like, that's different. I haven't seen breakdancing quite that way before. Maybe it's they do it. I don't know.
No one else has either, Wendy.
And we never will again.
No.
Unless Ray Gunn goes on tour.
Ray Gunn's under some like a fraud investigation now. Like legit.
As she should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of questions.
I felt like she wanted a trip to Paris and she manipulated her way there. Which ain't
she
right.
like teaches this and to some at like a university. Yes, like a university. Like a legit, like she has to do like so yeah, there's a lot levels of manipulation
there is. And but the good thing is that there's some great memes, there's some great videos memes. Some great content coming out because of Ray Gunn humiliating herself and her country. Again, Beck, please weigh in.
God. Okay, I'm gonna do some here for the Olympics.
Please.
Because I know we're wrapping up soon, but I got a petition for a sport.
Okay, great.
At the next Olympics. And that is foosball.
Foosball.
Okay. Look, there's some crazy fucking sports. And foosball, it's legit, okay?
I love foosball.
I love foosball so much. I have a foosball table in my home here.
Is it Olympic size?
I'm not. Well, is there an Olympic size? Yeah, it might be. But so growing up, when I went to camp, one of the counselors, it was a YMCA camp. Okay. So there was a foosball table there. There was bumper pool and foosball.
Nice.
And I got pretty good at bumper pool too, but it's less practical. But foosball, he taught us some moves.
Practical.
Like, where do you ever find a bumper pool table these days?
There's no career in bumper pool, but
no, not regular pool, but bumper pool.
That's fair.
So I genuinely love foosball. What I have learned lately when I was searching for Olympics, because I think I was talking to you, Wendy, and I was like, is foosball ever gonna? And I just Googled it. And what I found, it's not on the docket for like
Are
upcoming.
you surprised?
But I'm putting it out there.
Okay.
Because what I did find though, Kat,
Oh, please.
that here in Los Angeles, there are multiple foosball leagues. And I'm going to go and I'm going to sign up. So at Angel City Brewery every week, downtown LA, they have foosball, like a bunch of, like you pay to go. They have international foosball tournaments. You can win money. They've got them in the US, across the world. And I'm sure I will be humbled, but I have no doubt in my mind that I can fucking learn, because all I play against right now are people coming over to my house and like, hey, you want to play foosball? And then I kick their asses.
Right, you destroy them.
She kicked mine the other day.
I just destroy
Not a
them.
foosballer.
But it's still fun for me. Like, I don't care. Like, I want.
Of course, it's fun when you destroy people.
And I don't spin. You don't spin the thing. You don't just spin and spin. It's
I do better when I spin.
There is skill involved.
I see. Okay.
You move, you passing.
It's all about passing.
Yes. And you know, having that, what is it? The time of possession. You know, that's what you want. So I'm gonna go to this foosball league, and again, I'm sure like the first time I play, like really like people that are like really. They're like me. They're like, they know some shit. I'm ready to learn some new moves. I'm ready to practice against some really great people. And I'm ready to kick some fucking ass and win an international fucking foosball, whatever, a trophy. I don't know.
Learn some new moves. Like how many moves really could there be?
There are moves, Kat. There are moves. Especially I play soccer. So if you're a soccer player, you know, like the pass, you pass up, you pass
footwork.
Side to side. You hit it off to certain angles of the little guys, and you can like bounce it off the wall and get it back yourself, and and you gotta flick the wrist, you know, and you're like,
I just do this.
Well, so like,
spin
how
them,
do you
spin them, spin them?
Number one mistake. I give this tip to everybody.
Oh, okay, please. Oh, this is
especially
great.
if you're playing me and you want to embarrass yourself less. I always say,
wow, okay.
I don't want to embarrass myself less.
You got the 4 handles here. You got
sure.
Keep one hand on your goalie.
That makes sense.
Don't put both hands all the way, because in some of these leagues they'll have you play doubles and they'll actually assign you partner. So but when you're playing by yourself, which you usually are, I mean, I don't know, maybe some at a bar you go with a friend or whatever, but keep that hand on the goalie so you can always be there to slide it back across and make an attempt at the save. Because if you just leave it, the net wide open,
forget it.
Because you can always pass up. You can always just go back, and then you put that hand right back on the goalie, Kat. You pass it up. You only leave it to go pass it up, and then you put that hand right back on, and then you got your 2 in front. You got your forwards. Pop, pop, pop.
I'm writing all this down.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
So I expect y'all to both be there supporting me at my foosball tournaments.
Oh, Tara, I would love to be there.
And I want... You
Wendy,
know, if
we
Ray
gotta
Gun,
I'll be happy to watch.
Tara,
I'll be happy to watch.
If Ray Gun can get like some jackets, you know, I want some Snop foosball team, foosball team jackets.
We'll sponsor you, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I want.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just looked up, how does a sport become an Olympic sport? 75 countries have to widely play the sport over 4 continents. I feel like you can get...
Yeah. Foosball, yeah.
75 countries, find, you know, athletes in 75 countries over 4 continents that are, you know, playing this game. I think you should maybe start a petition. I think you should look into this.
I mean, I work up a sweat when I'm playing good foosball, and I'm going, and I'm moving, and I'm, you know, I'll get into it.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the qualifications. Do you work up a sweat while what you're doing? So
Okay. This is great. Well, I see your foosball and I raise you cornhole. Why isn't cornhole in the Olympics?
That's another good one. That will be before foosball, but
I think so, right? Because there's like a whole league. There's actually like professional cornhole playing happening across this country. I think that's the only Olympic sport I have a chance at. I mean,
I'm actually surprised it's not. I think that and axe throwing fit in there.
I think so too, but who knows? Maybe we can have a Snop team from cornhole to foosball. Wendy, what about you? Like, what's your sport?
I don't know. Maybe badminton. I love some badminton.
Okay. But
I
that's
can
like
play badminton. I know that's already a sport,
it is.
but
like
of a non-sport, I don't
like cat throwing or something.
litter box scooping maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty good at that.
You
Okay.
won. You did win the golden scoop.
I
You won the
did.
golden
I
scoop.
did.
Yeah.
For being a good volunteer.
Well,
Yeah.
shit, you're halfway there.
But
So-
legit sports, maybe badminton or handball seems weird. Like you just run around with a ball and try to throw it in a net. If I had to try to play a legit sport, I'm sure it's hard.
How do you have to throw the ball every certain amount of steps, or how
I have
would
no
you
idea.
ever lose possession?
Looks
if
like
you
they're just
run
running around
with it?
throwing at each other. Then somebody runs up and just like and throws it.
I feel like you have to I think there is a dribble like every couple feet or something. Every
Yeah,
couple
but it looks
steps.
kind of simple. I'm sure it's not. But
Kinda
like, you know what?
simple.
Like, I would
Huh?
not want to do water polo. That looks agonizing.
Oh no.
Insane. That's
I
insane.
mean, gymnastics, that's a whole nother level. Like, I could not ever do gymnastics, but water polo is something. If I tried, maybe I could. I have no desire. It looks miserable.
Oh, it looks terrible. It's like
Yeah.
torture.
People
Track,
fucking
obviously, I'm never doing
scratching you,
anything. I'm slow.
grabbing your crotch under the water.
Ew.
Kicking you. I mean, maybe I don't know. I'm gonna become a semi-professional or professional foosball player.
Foosball
so
player.
That might happen in foosball too. They might like under the table try to like grab at me or something.
Oh.
You gotta like,
Oh shit.
you know.
All right.
I
Well,
don't
will
know.
you please let us know when your first match is? Because I mean,
Okay.
I will
Well, I'm
be
gonna go to
there.
this club and I'm gonna see like what it's about. And again, I have no doubt I'll be humbled and like,
I don't know, Tara.
you know,
I don't know.
I think I just gotta get used to the stepping it up a few notches, you know.
I can.
Because again, it's very rare I meet someone that is on my level.
Honestly, I'm envisioning
I'm
like
not-
a Karate Kid style all valley tournament, and I feel like you're gonna show
Yeah.
up and just like murder these people.
There's very few things that, like, just in a general sense, that I have the confidence in myself that I do with
Oh.
my foosball skills.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And again, I know that big fish, small pond. So when I get up there, it's going to be a whole other thing, and you got to work on a team. You don't necessarily know the other person, so
But I feel like you're going to rise to the occasion, the
Yeah.
foosball occasion.
foosball, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I love
I'm-
foosball. It's
I'm
weird how
excited
much I
for you.
love it.
All right. Well,
Alright.
please keep us posted.
I will.
All right.
All right.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. My God, yeah.
My goodness. We did something. Well, it's been a while. We
It
need to
is.
Yeah.
We
catch
had a
up.
good, it's good to hang out with you guys again. I missed you guys.
Well, we're still on the Twitter, so we'll put up a poll whether or not you want to hear us hash out the Winona trailer, the real one, the long one.
Right.
And we did a whole show on the 17 seconds or whatever that was. So,
Yes, we did.
and we're happy to do so because we're going to look at it one way or the other and talk about it and think about it and analyze it. But do you want us to record it so you can listen? And if so, we will. So we're on the Twitter at SnotPodcast with 1D.
And Instagram and Facebook at She Nerds Out Podcast.
You can send us an email to shenerdsout@gmail.com. You can also go to our website, shenerdsout.com, for all your snopping needs.
All right.
Don't be
well,
shy.
Update.
Yeah, don't be shy. Reach out and say hello.
The Green Jedi figure is only pre-order, but I've ordered Indara, the
Ooh.
Carry-On Moss Jedi. It'll be here tomorrow. Go Acolyte. I support you.
Wow. Okay.
I'm supporting my show that I didn't think I would ever like, but now I do. All right. Let's do this next week. Let's not take like 2 months off
Okay.
again or
Okay.
whatever. I'll see y'all next week, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Maybe
We'll
in
see y'all
person?
then.
Maybe in person?
Ooh.
What do you think? Maybe we'll talk about it? Okay, we'll talk
Okay.
Oh,
about
half
We'll
marathon
talk about
update.
it.
Tara and I
yeah.
have to do like 12 miles next
Yeah,
week.
we're
so
running 12 miles on
perhaps
Sunday,
we can
so
drag our tired, listless bodies to your place to record.
It'll be
If
very
we can
smelly.
move our legs.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Thank you. All right. Well, maybe we'll see you then at your
Okay.
place.
All right.
And until we meet again, she nerds out.
Out.
Bye. Oh, out.